quite a good laugh, yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Awesome.
Okay, good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So, big concurrence about not working 2 jobs, Junior.
Sorry?
Big concurrence. You totally agree with not working 2 jobs.
Yeah, 2 jobs is just, I was doing it at Harvey Norman and at Young People Ahead. 2
Yeah.
completely different jobs, 2 different sets of responsibilities.
Yeah. Does your head in, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. So my last day is
Does,
tomorrow at the other job, and I'm just so looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Focused on one thing. Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Okay. Got someone with my name?
Yeah, I did it last night. Yeah.
You're sharing collaboration, 6 documents, 132. Do you want to have a copy of me?
All right. Hi, Neva.
Oh, good.
Okay, now you're muted.
I want to share you something, Trevor,
Yes, Neva. Go.
because of what had happened today.
Sorry, because of
I
what?
was supporting someone.
Want to sit over here? Hold on, she's gonna get closer.
Yeah. Thank you. I've got industrial deafness, and I've got some people talking in the
That's
background.
okay.
Yep.
I was just supporting one of the clients today at the hospital,
Yeah.
and when I walked in, she was crying. She said, "Take me home, take me home."
Yes.
And I said, "I can't take you home because you're in the hospital.
Yeah.
And you are here for a reason." And she was blaming the mental health for taking her to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I said, people do care about you because that's why they brought you here, to make sure that you are safe.
Yes.
And she said, like, there's nothing wrong with me. So my point, I was worried when I left the hospital because she was crying.
Yeah.
And even the mental health didn't come and see her again. So I did call them again and let them know what the person needs is for them to come and see her and talk to her.
Yeah.
How far the process for her staying in the hospital.
Mm.
So how would I cope with that? Because I feel I just did not want to leave, because seeing her crying, it's so hard.
Yeah. Yep. So who's your team leader there?
Katie.
Yeah, Katie. She's still there. Yeah. And you've talked to Katie about this?
Yes, I did. And Katie said just leave when it's time, because you can't help.
Yeah. See, the thing is,
yeah.
And I guess, we working in this industry, we've all got a compassionate nature. That's why we're in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
However, we talk about boundaries, and probably a good case in point about boundaries, like you're feeling all that compassion, and I would too, crying.
Yeah.
But you've got to have, sadly, you've got to leave her in the hands of those other professionals. So, when do you see her again?
Well, it was a redirection.
Oh, okay, yeah, and that one.
I hardly work with her.
Yeah, that's another one. When you have a redirection, is it the first time that you ever worked with her?
Well, only once with her, and that was like in the beginning of the year.
Yeah. I know with redirections you can. I don't know how to say it, but all of a sudden, like if they have an emergency like that, and it's a redirection, it's not somebody that you normally work with, and therefore, in a way, you're kind of skewed in your thinking. And I'm not having to go at you personally, but it happened to me too, because you think, wow, I can fix this situation because she's confided in me, that sort of thing. Whereas you know, we've just got to let the process go. I know that sounds really clinical and very tough, but we've just got to let the process happen. That it is. Sorry, Nive.
That's all right. Like I feel bad because I don't want to go back and say goodbye otherwise.
Yeah.
So I just left. I didn't say goodbye.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can meet her.
I think that's why they say, I remember they used to say, you know, we're friendly, but we're not friends. And so, you know, there's got to be that professional boundary there. It's really tough at times, when you're of a compassionate nature. Really tough. But if you, as long as you've let people know your concerns, and you have, then you've done everything that you need to do, you know? Like, you can't, I mean, see what it's doing to you right now. You've got an emotional investment in that person. And, see what I mean? Like, you're really concerned about her, and that's great. That's good within the shift. And as long as you let other people know your concerns that can deal with it outside of this shift, you've done the very best you can. Sorry, I can't. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of asking.
Yeah. I can't do any better than that. You know, dear Dorothy Dix.
I wish. Anyway.
Yeah. Sorry.
Bye.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Great, Nive.
Thank you for your time.
No problem. Better get this class started. Hi, Leonie. Hey, Jill.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. Let's get going. See, there's a few people missing here. That's right. She said she was going to be delayed. That's right. Okay. Hi, the rest of Mount Isa. How you guys going? Alison, I can see you, and you there, and Junior I've talked to. And who's beside Junior?
Sorry?
Who's beside you, Junior, that I'm looking at?
Oh, Rebecca.
Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. How you going? Normally that place is in darkness. I can hardly see your faces. So tonight I can see your faces better. Okay. Just turn the camera a little bit more, please, so I can see the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, hi, ladies. How you doing? 2 movie stars. Just remind me. Hi, guys. I can see Alison. Who's beside Alison?
Which side? Clover.
Clover. Hi, Clover. And beside you, Clover?
Hello. Jess.
Hi, Jess. How you doing? Yeah. And somebody beside you, Jess, is there?
Oh,
who's that?
Hi.
Hi.
Hannah.
Hannah. Sorry, Hannah. Yep. I'll slowly get to know who you all are. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. We're waiting for some people here, but and we haven't got Tom Island online yet. I haven't got my phone.
You can use my phone.
No, I don't have their number.
It didn't send.
All right. All right. Well, we'll just have to keep going. So is there an even number of people there in Mount Isa, guys? 6.
7.
7. All right. So 2 groups of 2 and 1 group of 3. All right. And we've got even number here. I'm gonna split these up a bit. Jill, would you mind going with Francis tonight?
No.
Have you guys been partners before? No. Okay. Yeah. All right. You 2 guys go together? Yeah. Andrew, you're not too scary, are you? You're not too scary, are you? For Leonie? All right. So you 2 together. Oh no, I can't believe that. All right. Couple of things, everybody. Just and you can let people know that that aren't here yet. Jono just told me, so he's the technical guru and the manager here, and he just said that any of you who've been having struggle, Mount Isa.
Yes.
Guys.
Okay, so just a couple of announcements. So all 9 recordings are up on Zoom now. I don't know if anybody's tried to, this might be more for the people that are just using the Zoom recordings. people that are here usually don't need to access that. But people like Jesse, who only does the recordings, and others. So all 9 recordings are there. Apparently there used to be a couple of recordings of each session. I don't know how that worked. I've never looked at it. But now John has cut it all back down, and he's cut the ends and beginnings off those. So they're all nice and neat now anyway. So there's 9, including Tuesday night just gone, and there'll be 10 after tonight. So that's that one. Did everybody receive either question 9A in the hard copy on the written assessment? You guys all got that on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
For people on Zoom, did you get the assessment task 5 question 1 A and B that I sent to Gina? You guys get that in Mount Isa?
Oh no, there was a problem with the attachment. So we haven't got the hard copy yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I forwarded the email, but apparently didn't send the attachment as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'll let you sort that out with Junior there, eh, guys?
We need 9.
All right.
This is what we need tonight, correct?
No, you needed it for the previous assessments that we talked about on Tuesday night. You don't need it tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's fine. So for tonight, if we just go into the LMS and we go down to, and you guys here, you can go into the observation checklist, observation demonstration. You're on page, yes, you're on page 11. And here on the LMS, you are in assessment task 6. Okay, Joe, just stick with me for a sec. So I just want to go through this part here, everybody. So reading from the top. Shh. Shh. Okay. Shh. This assessment, you'll need to work collaboratively with the care network and other services while working in the community services workplace for a minimum of 80 hours. Okay, so that's referring to your logbook, all right? So that's great. During your time working in a community service role, you'll need to work collaboratively with at least 3 people with mental illness to meet their recovery goals. Throughout this task, you are required to. Now, we had to make a decision. It was either the logbook or the observation demonstration. So technically, we don't really need to do tonight. However, we decided that we would do tonight because that way we can actually sign this unit off. Once all your assessments are in, we don't have to wait till we get your logbook. So you're basically practicing tonight for your logbook. All right, so that's a plus about tonight. And it's going to be a very short night because I'm going to do, if you look on the LMS here, what's up on the screen, you've got A, B, and C. And basically we're going to do 5 minutes. I know it's a long time, 5 minutes for each group, and then 5 minutes back the other way, but we've only got 3 sessions. So it's 10, 10, and 10. So 30 minutes, all right? And then we should be out of here, okay? However, just want to, no, I shouldn't say that, not however, but. So with the first one, what I want to make sure is that you've got, I think there's 5 in each section. Yes, there is. Want you to spend about a minute on each of those, all right? So you've got 5 minutes and want you to spend about a minute. And I'll be, obviously, as I normally do, going around checking. So the first minute is working collaboratively with others, all right? So that's very simple. You're just going to have a conversation. That's all you're going to do, right? And then in the second minute, and I'll be saying that, okay, move to the next one. It's very obviously hypothetical.
Standard 5-year warranty, but also until December 31, up to 5 years of free scheduled.
Hang on, Mark. How you doing, Mark? Can you mute yourself, please, Mark?
Yes, Trevor, I'm here. Hold on. I just got to hook you.
Thanks, mate. I can hear somebody in the background. Yeah, there you go. All right, thanks, mate.
No worries.
Hey, Mark, just...
Sorry, mate. I just had to uninstall stuff and install stuff. And
yeah, okay, cool. Actually, it might be good for you to just have a listen. I'll just really quickly go back very quickly over something that I said for about the last 30 seconds.
Sorry.
And then when we see each other on that Saturday morning, which remind me, what day is that?
Next Saturday morning.
The 30th, yeah. Okay, that's cool, because I'm away on the 8th. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. So just saying that, you know, we're going to take 5 minutes for each of these points below. So there's 3 major points and 5 subheadings in each one.
Yep.
And so 10 minutes between the two, you know, the client for 5 minutes and 5 minutes for the support worker.
Yep.
And 1 minute on each point, all right? And it's going to be very clinical. I'll just say, okay, for the first minute, we're going to work collaboratively with others, which is basically just a conversation. So you're not going anywhere, but just having that conversation. How are you today? All that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Second one, identifying members of the support group. Okay,
Yep.
so what support groups are they working with already? And let's take it that you haven't worked with this person before. So this is, and we normally do that, so that it can be like a fresh conversation. Third one, clarifying group members' roles and their potential to be a positive part of the team. So what does each of those people within those other support groups do? Fourth one, assist the client to expand their network of support. All right, so what other things can be added on? You could ask there, look, is the help that you're getting from other places, is that actually you know, benefiting you to the fullest extent now? And let's do hypothetically, no, it's not, right? So the client would be saying, no, it's not. I feel like I need some extra help with such and such, right? I'll let you think about what that is. And then the support worker can actually work with you to work out, okay, how can we expand that? How can we make that better for you? Is everybody clear on that concept? And then the last one, assisting the person to uphold their rights. So that would be, okay, what's a right that, you know, they mightn't be being listened to. They mightn't feel like they've got a voice that's being listened to, and therefore you're going to help them. You know, you might sort of go and advocate with them, support them to go somewhere and deal with something. Okay, so is everybody clear on that? Really? Okay, so if you could all hop into your groups now.
Can you just read it right now?
Yeah. So Jill and Francis. So guys, maybe Jill, maybe you can just come and sit here, eh? Would that? No. So Jill, if you could come and sit here, that might be the best way of doing it. Or hang on, Francis, you can go and sit up there. Yeah. 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 That's fine. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So you're saying with the logbook?
With the logbook, yeah.
22 of the logbook is to do with this unit. So they will not have to do anything from that point on.
No, that's not exactly not what I'm saying.
So I don't even have to do that. Still got to do.
Yeah. So the question everybody else on Zoom is about the logbook, and Mark, you didn't hear this part. I was saying that what we're going through in the observation demonstration tonight is sort of mirrored a bit in the logbook, and the discussion was had, do we really need to do tonight? Because a lot of this is in the logbook. But the decision was made to continue with this, because once I've got all your other assessments in for this unit, plus this one here, then I can sign you off on this unit. Mm-hmm. Whereas if I had to wait for your logbook to come in, we couldn't sign you off on this unit until then. So a lot of you are going to get your logbook in sort of after all the other units are finished, I would guess. And so we need to get this up and running. But having said that, this is good. It's good practice for what you're going to be doing in the logbook. And I would just, as I normally do, encourage you to go back and have a look at the logbook after tonight, and it will make a lot of sense. So we're talking about page 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Yeah, right to the end. All right. It'll make a lot more sense after tonight. Now, Mark, what do you want to do? Do you want to stick around, or because we're now going to take 10 minutes to work through that, you've got nobody to work with. Do you want to just stick around for 10 minutes and then wait to hear how we're going to do the next one? Or
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Now, I can't see Mount Isa anymore. Are you guys still there? They're probably.
Yeah, they're still.
I can't hear anybody from Mount Isa. Can't see you.
They're listening.
No, I don't think they are.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. I haven't got a separate shot of you guys. Oh, it's either you or Mark. I don't know what's going on there. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, there we are. Gotcha. All right, cool. Okay. All right. So, Mount Isa, you're all right with your pairs or your group of 3? One of you there is going to be a buddy in your group of 3. Okay. All good. Give me a thumbs up.
3,
Mount Isa?
2.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do 1 minute for each of what is up on the LMS. So we're going to just do the first one, working collaboratively with others for 1 minute. So you're just going to have a chat. It's a new person that you're working with. All right, ready? And I don't have my phone. Can I get a timer on a phone from somebody here, please?
People are passionate about it.
Yeah, my son was 8 years old. What do you want? You didn't get my phone. There you go. I can't do. I don't know how to do that.
All right, 1 minute.
And I'll be on the Sunday either.
I'll go to a phone, man.
I use my text.
Yeah,
and
so
that's
free
it.
up. Sit there and count to 60.
Okay, okay.
If it goes off, just.
Yep. All right, everybody. Sorry, just a bit of technology. Are we ready to go for that 1 minute? You're just having a chat with somebody. Here we go. Go. Okay, get ready to move to identifying members of the support group. So this is a new person. You're going to identify what is their existing support group. Go. Okay, move over to the third one, clarifying group members' roles and their potential to be a positive part of the team. So what are those other people doing for that person? Okay. Okay, now we're going to move over to number 4, assisting the client to expand their network. So talk about one of the ones that you've actually got, or maybe just say, look, have you thought about such and such? Another one? Go. Okay, now moving to the last one, you're going to assist the person to uphold their rights. Okay, just stop everybody. You can assist the person to uphold their rights. So something isn't working well for them, and you need to go with them to support them to advocate something that's not going right. 1 minute, go. Okay, pull it up there, everybody. Okay, very hypothetical, very quick. Was it too quick? Some parts. Yeah. 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 Junior, Mount Isa?
What was the question?
Was it too fast going through each of those for just 1 minute?
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I think if it's any longer, it drags out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. It's obviously very hypothetical. All right, so hang on, Joe. Where are you going? Joe, where are you going? Hurry up, because we're in the middle of class. All right, just hang fire for everybody. Free spirit. All right, so just get ready to swap over. Guys in Mount Isa, the buddy in that group of 3. So can you be the support worker, or have you worked it out a different way? How have you worked it out?
Yeah, we
We're
worked it
taking
out.
turns, we're rotating it, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay. All right, we're ready to go. So you're going to swap over now. Go back into the first one again. We're going to work collaboratively with others. All right. It's really hard here. I don't know about you guys in Mount Isa. These guys start talking, and I can't keep them quiet. Leonie, shush. They're getting into it. I know. It's all good. All fun. All right, ready? We're going to swap it over. Here we go. 1, go. Sorry?
You asked us about timing.
Yeah.
The very first one, you just say,
You could, but you're going to have a conversation. Just an ordinary, how you going? How's things going with you?
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's just very casual.
Yeah. So that's that. It's hot today, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
The point was made here, you could just say hello, but no, you're actually having a conversation for 60 seconds, just about nothing.
We're just struggling to fill it.
You'll be right. Geez, that's news for me about you, Joe. I'd find that impossible. All right. Okay, let's move over to number 2. You're going to identify members of that client's support group. Okay, let's do that now. Swap over. Go.
And my dear, I'm with it. Well, I think
Okay, let's swap over to the third one, clarifying group members' roles and the potential to be a positive part of the team. So you're drilling down now.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a good man. He doesn't do this. Yeah. Well, he's at work most of the time, so yeah. Yeah, that's right. With him.
Okay, move to the fourth one now. Assist the client to expand that network of support. So what else can be added to that? Okay, move over to the last one. Assist the person to uphold their rights. So you need to go and advocate with them, support them about something that they're not having their rights upheld on. All right, go.
I have a lot of years, so she's like, I suppose we could try, but I think it could be, I don't know, but yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Okay, pull it up there, everybody. Okay, excellent. That's good. All right, been listening here. I can see you guys are talking really well in Mount Isa. That's great. Okay, let's go to the next one. So B, develop and maintain effective working relationships with other services and programs. Point 1, establish networks and local contacts. All right, we've covered it, except that I'll put a different slant on it. Let's say that we have actually, you know, when we went back up onto point 4 of the first one, which was assist the client to expand their network of support, and whatever it was that you worked out that you would expand into, we've now actually expanded into that. All right, so we've gone from helping them to expand that network. So whatever it was that you identified, if you didn't identify something, let's say you have identified something else that they can go into, and leave it at that. And then the first part there is actually going in and establishing whatever it was that you decided that you needed to go in and do. All right, does that make sense? So what you talked about before as a possibility, you're now going to make happen. You're now going to make happen, right? And you're going to have some local contacts. All right, stick with me. That's number 1. Let's go to number 2. All right, let's go to number 2. Identifying benefits and limitations of available service options. We've sort of touched on that, but we want to talk another minute about what's the benefits of what you're already receiving, what's the benefits of the new one as well, and what's the limitations of those. All right, think about it when you get there. Number 3, working with individual, team, and multidisciplinary work roles and structures in a collaborative, let's pull this away, collaborative manner. let me have a think about that one. And number 4, establishing, negotiating and documenting partnerships. All right, we'll talk about that when we get there. Developing and maintaining working relationships with local service providers. Okay, more of the same. Okay, but let's go back to number 1. We're going to do that for 1 minute. So, like I said, it is what you've talked about as a possibility, you're now going to make happen. You're going to establish that new contact. All right, ready? We're going to do that. 1 minute at a time. Ready? Go.
Well, I would do that because I mean, I don't want to see myself. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, just like that. All right, so the next one, identify benefits and limitations of available service options. You're going to go on talking about, you know, what's good about what's happening at the moment, but also what's the limitations. And that can include the old services, but also the new one that you've talked about establishing in the previous minute that you've just had. All right, go. Okay, pull it up there, everybody. You only just got started, I know. So number 3, working within individual, team, and multidisciplinary work roles and structures in a collaborative manner. So the individual one is face-to-face with the person that you're talking to right now. The team is the group of people that work with you to support that client. And the multidisciplinary work roles is all of the other people that provide services to that person. All right, so you're going to do that in a collaborative manner. So somewhere along the line in this minute, you're going to talk about the other people that that assist the person, that support the person, I should say, all right, from the workplace that you work with. And then you're also going to talk about more about the people that provide other services for you. All right. Okay, ready? Go.
Yeah, sorry, that second part of that question.
Okay, everyone, pull that up there. Number 4, establishing, negotiating, and documenting partnerships. We could talk a long time about that. But let's just go from, so you've already established, you've already negotiated some of those links with other care organisations. You're going to document it now. So what I want you to do, I know some of you don't do this, and that's okay. I know some of you do it. When you write up your notes about each of your shifts, some of you write that up with the person while they're there. Some of you don't do that. What you're going to do is you're going to talk for a minute about what you're going to write up in your notes from the shift today. All right, you're going to talk about that. So you're going to document that, and you're going to explain that to the person and get negotiation with them happening about that note as to whether it's what they're happy with. Sorry, start again. As to whether they're happy with it. Okay, ready, go.
Good to me.
Okay, and the last one in that group, developing and maintaining working relationships with local service providers. What I'd like you to do there, everybody, is just talk for another minute about how you can develop, like make bigger what's actually already happening with service providers that are providing good services at the moment. You know, so what's working well, how can we build on that to make it an even better experience? Okay, have a think about that. Ready? Go.
Trevor,
Yes, Mark.
I'll send you an email during the week and find out where you want to meet and all that sort of jazz on Saturday morning.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't have mine. So it's this Saturday week, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I'm going to be up there on the Friday, but apparently you're busy.
Actually, no, I'm not now. I've finished that job, so I could do it on the Friday, which
Okay, it's up to you.
that would suit me better, actually.
All right.
Okay, we'll do it by email, eh?
Yep. I'll send you an email tomorrow. And I should be up there. I'm leaving here about 7 o'clock, so I should be there about lunchtime. So
Yeah, no, that'll work perfect, Mark. Yeah, no, I finish at the other job tomorrow afternoon.
Yep.
So I'm full time, not full time, but you know, I'm here a lot more hours.
Yep. No worries.
Good. All right, pull it up there, everybody. All right, let's swap over. Are we ready to do that?
Yo.
Okay, so just remembering what we talked about before, we're going to swap over now. So this is number 1 again, establishing networks and local contacts. So this is, remember, we're going to, what you talked about in number 4 of the first one as a possibility, you're now going to work towards establishing that network or that contact. Ready? Go.
Yeah, well, at least one will get it. No, I think it's a step in the right direction anyway. Yeah, I get excited about food. Oh, yeah. I like food too. Yeah. Oh, they're funny, food people. Yeah. But no, I my way to structure all my life. All my life.
Okay, pull it up there, everybody. So now we're going to go to number 2, identify the benefits and limitations of available service options. So that's the one you've just been talking about, but also the ones that they've already got. Okay, ready? Go. Okay, pull it up there, everybody. Number 3. So you're going to talk about in this one, the other people that are supporting the client from within your own organization. And then you're also going to talk about the people that they're in contact with in the other support groups that we've been talking about all night. Okay, in the other services, the other service providers. Okay, ready? Go.
What's that conscious? Yeah.
Yeah. So just talk about the other
yeah, I am. They're really good. And you know, like, they're all very helping me to say, food friends in the shopping to this, what we're really good at, and someone else might, you know, I'm not person that has to control.
Okay, so now let's move down to number 4. We're going to talk about with the person about documenting what you're working on. All right, and you're going to negotiate as to whether they're happy with what you're writing down and documenting about all this. Okay, go.
Put out of my budget, like, yeah, food for all. So, yeah.
Okay, pull that one up there, please, everybody. And the last one, how can you further develop what they're already doing with the other service providers? How can a better service be provided? You know, there might be some gaps in what's being provided, so how can it be made better? Ready? Go. We used to, yeah, no. We haven't got time under NDIS. I'll talk to you later. Yeah. Okay, pull that up there, everybody. And we'll move into the last one. Okay. I know, you know, it's, yeah. We're having a little laugh here in Townsville that everybody's a good talker, which is what we have to be in this industry. Okay, all right, so number C up there on or in your book, review and monitor services provided by other organisations and programs. All right, so in this one, we're going to identify the limits of your abilities. I did hear somebody talking about that. That was you. Yeah. So you can expand that. Yeah. So if something's out of your league, you're going to refer them to somewhere else. That's good. Next one. So which is the second one? Making referral to other services. And the third one, identifying gaps. We have actually talked about that before. And additional services needed. I know you'll find when you're doing the logbook, it's sort of quite often there's stuff that you need to reiterate over and over again, you know, and it gets a bit boring at times, but it's necessary. It'll sink in very much. Yeah, that's right. That's what you hope. Number 4, negotiating and advocating to ensure service programs meet the needs of the person. So in there, you could actually really go down in more depth, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And number 5, addressing any difficulties a person is experiencing. We'll make up a new one there. All right, we'll just see how we go. All right, so let's go back to number 1, identifying the limits of your abilities, roles, and knowledge. All right, so something's going to come up where you can't handle that, right? It's not your thing. You're going to refer them to yet another service, let's say. All right, so Jill, this has just gone off again. Hang on. No, got it. Here we go. Ready? Go. Yeah, not that it's a physical thing, but you can sort of go and refer that to somebody else. Yeah. Like anything about advocacy. Yes.
Would be permission or
stop. Okay, next one. Oh, actually, Joe was just saying to me something that we can now go on into the second one. We can make referral to another service. So just keep going with what you've been talking about now, but you're going to refer to the other service. All right, go. Okay, time for the next conversation about identifying even more additional gaps and additional services that are needed. Okay, so what else is missing from their repertoire of stuff that they need you to help them with, to support them with? Okay, so just have the conversation. The client can maybe make up something else that they need some help with. All right, ready? Go. Fair enough. Okay, so now we're going to continue that conversation that you've just had, and we're actually going to advocate to make sure that the person actually gets what they want. So with the person, you're going to go to the new service, any of the ones that you've been talking about, and you're actually going to advocate with the person. So you're actually having a conversation with a third person that doesn't exist. So the two of
You like to make us look stupid, eh?
Francis, for the benefit of you guys in Mount Isa, Francis just said, you guys like to make us look stupid, eh?
How do we do that? But
So we're at the new service now.
yeah.
That's it. So how do you do it? So you're actually going to, the two of you are at a counter. Let's do it that way. That you pretend there's a third person there. You're looking to the third person. And actually, when I come into the picture here in Townsville, I can be that third person, but you guys obviously in Mount Isa don't have that. So you're just going to pretend that there's somebody there. All of this is hypothetical, all right? You're just going to pretend somebody's there. The two of you are talking to that person, all right? Now, don't forget, as a support worker, guys, Francis, don't forget, as a support worker, you're not doing for, you're doing with. Okay, ready? Go. Are you talking to us? Hang on, you're talking to and so you just he says no.
So much he does. Okay, and then
Okay. All right, you've had almost 2 minutes on that, guys. How did that go, Mount Isa? Did you find that too hypothetical to be of any use?
Sorry, guys.
Okay, cool.
Our group with 3 that worked all right. I don't know about you guys. Did you guys do all right?
Yep.
Yeah, they went all right.
It worked out even better having 3 actually.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. It is very surreal. I do get that, but you know what? We're getting very good at role playing and being completely out there, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So, how about we continue for the next one, for the last one? We continue the conversation that we just had, and so we're talking about number 5 there, addressing any difficulty the person is experiencing. So we're just going to continue that conversation. There is difficulties happening. You're there to help the person, you know, negotiate and advocate for that thing. All right. So continue the conversation. Go. Okay, everybody, let's pull that one up there, and we're going to go back and swap over. Start with identify the limits of your abilities, role, and knowledge. Right. So the first one, is everybody ready to do that? So we're going to start with the first one of the number 3 there. Identify limits of your abilities, role, and knowledge. Go. Okay, now let's move on to making referral to that other service. So whatever it was that was a limit, you need to now refer that to somebody that can help. All right, go. Okay, the next one, everybody. So you're going to move into even more gaps and additional services that are needed. So again, you might have to kind of make something up. What is missing in their existing services? All right, go. Okay, pull that one up there. Man, Oz, are you having too much fun? I can see. Just stop that. Okay, number 4. You're going to now negotiate and advocate with the person to get whatever you just identified as a gap actually happening for them. All right, you're actually going to go with them, support them to get what the gap was in the last one, number 3. Go. That's with a third person, by the way, everybody. All right? With a third person. And I'll let you keep going for the extra minute, which is number 5. All right? Keep going. Okay, pull it up there, everybody. That is, that's all done. Just in that last one, because there was a bit of extra time, I had a quick look through the logbook for this unit, which is the last unit, of course, of the logbook. And very definitely you can go from what has been done tonight into the logbook for quite a lot of them, all right? So if you want to, you can go home and just make some, I can always give you a second copy, or you can download another copy. You can make some notes about what you talked about tonight on the hard copy logbook that you've got, if you've got a hard copy logbook. That'll help you for when you actually do the logbook. All right. Yes. Okay. Okay, the question, guys, just everybody listen up, please. Guys, listen up. Okay, question was, is there a writable version? So Andrew's got a PDF version at the moment. Yes, there is a Word document. Would you like me to send that to you? Yeah, all right. You guys in Mount Isa and Mark, have you got a writable version, Mark? You're okay? No, okay, so, all right. Sorry, Junior?
No, that wasn't me.
Okay, all right. I'm doing my last day of work at the prison tomorrow. So on Monday, I can send that to everybody. All right, so it won't be tomorrow, it'll be Monday that I send that through.
That'd be great.
Okay, no worries. Okay, the other thing that I just want to reiterate that didn't happen with the previous cohort quite a number of times. On that logbook, I know many of you don't have it in front of you right now, but I'm looking at it right here. On the inside front cover, and so that's page 2 and page 3, you've actually got to write down this, the date, the start time, the finish time, and all that sort of thing, and add up to 80 hours. You've got to write that in physically. You've got to support that with either a pay slip which is the second option. The main option would be a time, like a roster. A roster is probably the better one, but if you can't get a roster, then a pay slip that shows that you've worked in those hours. With the pay slip one, you have to do you have to give me also a sorry, what am I trying to think? A PD, position description. All right. So if we take that second option, you've got to give me 2 documents. Now, the thing that I wanted to say though was that you must get your supervisor to sign that part as well. So they have to sign the inside back cover as a declaration, but they have to sign pages 2 and 3. Only once. Looks like you've got to sign it many times. It's just once. So they have to sign effectively twice, at the front and at the back. All right, just keep that in mind for when we do that, which will be next year, early next year. Okay, now, any questions for you, Mark? Any questions from Mount Isa? Okay, good, Mark. No questions?
No, we're good.
All good? All right. Guys, we're going to finish it there. Hope you're happy with that. That's 6:15 or 6:13. Have a good night.
Oh, sorry, we do have one question.
One question, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
one
guys,
question. Just
sorry,
about,
guys in Townsville, can I just get you to stop for a second? Guys in Townsville, Francis, stop for a second so I can just hear. Okay, go, Mount Isa.
Hey, Trevor, it's Clover from Mount Isa.
Yeah, Clover.
One question about the assessment. I'm not sure which task it was,
Yep.
but we need to upload a recovery plan. Unit 3.
Yeah.
Unit 3. Yeah.
Assessment.
Yeah, that's the end of that's the end of 3.
Yep. And what I said on there, okay, Clover and Mark, if this is, I think you already got it, Mark, but what I said there is if you uploaded your recovery plan in the first unit, which I remember most of Mount Isa did anyway, that's okay. You don't have to do it again. If you've already uploaded it in Unit 1, then you don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
All right? Is that okay?
And
So that means Alison hasn't done it. Is that right?
Yeah.
So Alison, you could actually send that, you could email it to me at trainingmentalhealth@selectability.com.au. So training mental health, all one word. Okay. That answer your question, Clover? That's all good?
Trevor.
Okay, no problem. All right, thanks everyone. Nice to see you.
Trevor, one more thing too.
Oh, one more, Mark, yep.
Are those marks getting shifted over for 1, 2 on my, what's the name?
So again, because I've been at the other job.
Yeah, I know.
That's fine. Yeah, I've got that on a note on my head to do that. So don't worry, I'll make another note to absolutely make sure that's going to happen. All right. So everybody else that needs a CC, it will happen.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.